YouTube, back today with another video. This is my updated Evoswing swing tips video, since they have made a couple of patches since the last video I made to show you guys how I swing. I've changed up how I swing to accommodate for these setting changes, the patches, pre-launch and on launch day. So I'm going to be showing you guys how I swing now and some changes with the Evoswing, and just going over a quick summary of how the Evoswing works. So anybody who didn't watch my last video, you can kind of understand what everything in the Evoswing means. Okay, so let's get into it. So the Evoswing. See this little thing we got over here. It's a lot different now than if you play 2K23 or 2K21. You got to swing on a draw or a fade bias. So if you have a fade bias, this is how your shot will start. If it's a draw like mine is, it'll start like this. So there's 4 different points in the swing now that were in the last game, except they kind of split them up. So I'm going to do a swing here. And that's a decent swing. It's not terrible. So you see contact, rhythm, transition, and swing path. So they split it up into 4 things instead of 3 things, and 2 that you mainly focused on that had a name. So now in this game, we have the contact, which is the top point of the swing. And it's where you hit that top point, that little white part that sticks out. That's the point you want to hit. That's a perfect. And anything to the right on a righty for how I swing will be an open club face. It controls your club face, and left of it will be a closed. Now, bringing it back is your swing path now. So instead of one swing plane, it's broken up into 2 parts of hitting the spots. So when you go down, if I pull back left of the hit marker, it's going to be a push. If I pull back right of it, it's going to be a pull, and I want to hit that white spot on my way back. Now, they switched. It's called the transition now. So that is a underswing. So it's basically just the percentage of what you're trying to hit. So if you bring your aim marker back from 100% to 96, that's going to be your desired transition. But it doesn't make a big difference except for the percent you hit. Just like last game, you tried to hit a percent, but now it has a name, transition. And then lastly, the rhythm. So the rhythm is like tempo if you played the last game, except it's a little bit different. You can't calibrate it anymore, and it's going to be a 3-to-1 from your backswing to your downswing, and it will add or subtract distance based on how fast or slow your rhythm is, instead of making it shank left or right. And it'll also make, if you hit a bad rhythm mixed with a bad path or a bad contact, it's going to make those misses more severe. So that's a summary of an Evoswing, what it is, what you need to look at. And now I'm going to show you how I swing. So, first of all, the big change is why I'm making this video is you used to be able to shape this like I do, and see how there's a lot of leeway now where it kind of stays in the same spot? Well, before, it used to get basically dead straight, maybe like this. Now, you actually have to play a lot of swing bias in this game, so I have to swing more diagonally, which made me change my swing. So, I do still get it to be pretty straight, because I like seeing a more straight ball. But I changed how I hold my controller. And I mean, that's a pretty good swing. It's not great. But I'm going to show you basically how I hold the controller. So, before, I used to hold it in my callus, kind of like this. So, instead of straight, I tilted it, and I put my hand up here. Now, I hold it down more, as you see my hands. This hand, my left hand, is down more, and I tilt it a little bit. And now I do that, and I shape it a little bit so it's not too much of a bias. It's not stock, but it's not crazy, and it's a little bit straighter of a shot. And then Actually, it's a little bit, it's pretty straight. It's kind of held like this. As you can tell, this hand, my left hand, is a little bit lower. I swing right stick, one thumb. And I just feel like I pull a little bit left. So not straight down, obviously, but only a little bit when I hold it like that. I just feel like I hold my controller like this. This is my right hand. And I just kind of let it go down left. And then I push up where I feel like I'm just trying to push to the middle and kind of let my hand veer off. So let's take a couple swings just to show you. So we go a little bit left here. And then I push up. So that one's not great. It's a pull open, though, which ain't terrible. But these have been pretty good swings. Haven't had many perfects. But if we do that, bang. The swing path's been what I've been struggling with a little bit. So this is actually a really good sign for me that what I'm doing is working. Because I just have to get used to the different contact again. Which I've been doing good with now. But that's a little bit better. But I don't hold it up. I hold it pretty down, like level on my lap. And kind of in between. I keep it's kind of like in between both my legs. And yeah, so that's perfect right there. I mean, I've got the Evoswing down pretty good. Oh, we almost made that. So those tips, if those make sense, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Overall, the Evoswing is honestly a really nice change. I'm happy with the patch they made. But you also, one tip I would give would be go into the range, turn your swing bias input offset off, and just see what try both fade and draw. Don't just stick to one. Say if you hit a, say, draw in real life, don't just say I have to then hit a draw. Try your best to try, if you're struggling really bad with the draw, try to hit the fade. And if maybe how you hold the controller or whatnot, it just makes more sense for you to hit a fade. Don't just stick to one if you're struggling. Try both ways. Try a fade bias. And then, again, my left hand, I hold it right stick, right thumb, right-handed golfer, I hold it pretty straight in the middle of both my legs, and I keep my left hand a little bit lower than my right hand, so it feels like the controller's kind of up near my fingertips in my on my left hand. And I feel like I pull a little bit left, and then I feel like I push up to the middle and let my finger like roll over it. So those are my swing tips. If you guys got any questions, leave them in the comments below. I can try to answer them if anything seems confusing to you. And this was just kind of a quick video. If you guys maybe want something like a hand cam or something, let me know. But those are my swing tips to get a better swing. And yeah, please like and sub if you like the content. And tomorrow I'm going to be having putting tips coming out. So stay tuned for that.